Hi, I hope you're having a great day. You are watching Why John Walker is my favorite part of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier by JFG Entertainment. So I was going to make a Falcon and the Winter Soldier review, but that video isn't ready yet, so I decided to release this first. But my general thought on the show is that the show was great. I really liked it a lot. The main reason was because of the characters. But even with all the great characters, one stole my attention. And that one was John Walker. He was for sure my favorite part of the show, and I have three main reasons for that. Reason number 3 is that he's a reputation and a symbol of modern soldiers and America. Number 2 is that even though he's a symbol, he's also very human, and he has a genuine good intention. And number 1 is that he's a wild card, very unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do. So let's get started with the reason number 3. With the third reason first, which is that he's a representation of modern soldiers. This show is filled with themes of modern problems in society, like racism with Sam and Isaiah, and revolutionaries like Carly. And John Walker is no exception. He has his own themes. One of them is that he represents the modern soldiers. Why? Well, he very clearly is suffering of PTSD. He is clearly scared of ever leaving partners alone, probably because of whatever happened in Afghanistan for him. But he's always scared to leave anyone, whether that is Lamar or Sam, whenever he was talking with Carly. And he clearly shows worry for leaving a soldier by themselves. Then his character gets explored on how he really had to do bad things in Afghanistan that he's not proud of, as we see in the conversation with him and Lamar. Then he got rewarded for that. And it may just be me, but I never stopped to realize that the Medal of Honors are won with blood, just like John Walker got his, and he hates that. And then, when he kills a flag smasher and the government takes his privileges for that, his speech clearly shows that he's just doing what the government asked of him to do and back in the war. And because in this case he got caught on camera and everyone saw it, he got in trouble. But he's doing nothing different from what he did in war. This I really love because I think the US is doing that with the military right now. And instead of this, they should be helping their soldiers from as soon as they're going back home, so they can be in a way better mental state than they would be if they just let them go back home all traumatized and in war mode or violent. And also to stop rewarding terrible actions, but instead to help the people psychologically recover from these terrible actions. Like if somebody kills a bunch of people, they shouldn't be rewarded for that. Even though they save people, they should be helped psychologically so that they can recover, because they're probably traumatized from that. And also that soldiers are, and also it shows that soldiers are put with a bunch of pressure to get the job done, which is what makes the terrible actions even happen in the first place. Just like John Walker was clearly under a bunch of pressure on being Captain America, and he clearly cracked on it. You can also see that he represents America. He obviously has the look of Captain America, the stripes and the stars, and he very clearly acts like Captain America, like a little bit more arrogant, more powerful, with still good intentions, and yeah, still doing bad things, not really great, but with good intentions, which is how I think America is now. They're not great to other people, but they have good intentions. The second reason is that he has a genuine good intention, and that even with everything that he represents, as I said in the previous reason, he's not just a symbol, but he is very human. For example, I love how episode 2 opens by making human that one person that we all hated at the end of the first episode. We really get to see him being a human, all nervous, to living up to the expectations of being Captain America, and we see him really wanting to help people. He wants to do the job of helping people, not just shaking hands all the time. And through the whole series, we see that he doesn't have an evil plan or nothing that he's trying to do. He's just trying to catch the flag smashers that are killing people. So that's what he's trying to do. We really see this in the last episode, how he saved those people over revenge, showing that he's a good human, a good man inside. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it fits very well with how he was established. He's a person with a good heart. Remember, he's literally a war hero. He really saved a lot of lives in Afghanistan, and the whole reason why he became Captain America was because how much lives he saved and how he was a great hero. Also, I remember that the whole reason why he took the super soldier serum is because Lamar told him to imagine how many lives he could have saved back in Afghanistan, clearly showing that he really just cares about saving lives. And talking about that conversation, you see him being human again. He's trying to decide if he should take the serum or not, and he's scared on how it might change him. And you see him, he isn't thinking about he's going to go beat Sam and Bucky with the super soldier serum. No, he really has the best intentions in his mind, and he really takes it just because he realizes that he really could save more people with the super soldier serum. So that is my second reason why I think John Walker is a great character, and my favorite part of Falcon and Soldier. Now let's go to the first reason. So, reason number 3. He was unpredictable. One of the reasons Zemo was such a great character in the show is that he was always unpredictable. And guess who else was unpredictable? Well, John Walker. You never knew what he was going to do. Like when the guy spits on his face in the 3rd episode, you really didn't know if he was going to kill him, beat him up, or actually show self-restraint. And guess what? He shows self-restraint. But for that instance, you really didn't know what he was going to do. However, this self-restraint was not shown with the flag smasher that he killed. You see, he sees Lamar dying, and you see John Walker, he runs out of the window, and he does the superhero landing, which really plays with the expectations. You're like, is he going to do the good thing, the bad thing? What is he going to do? And then you see him actually catch up to one of the flag smashers. But in this case, he didn't show self-restraint like last time with the other guy. No, he loses it and he kills that guy with the shield, which is, in my opinion, the most memorable scene of the whole show, which is also why I really like John Walker, because he really gave me the best scene in the show. I mean, you really could feel the rage in him, and at the same time you could feel how scared the flag smasher was, and it just made it for an amazing moment. And then you see that amazing shot with him standing with his bloody shield. It was just amazingly done. And then you don't know what he's going to do after that. And he fights Sam and Bucky. And then after that, you don't know what he's going to do either. And so he's such a wild card. Like when he was faced with the choice of either chasing Carly or saving the people, at that moment, I wasn't really sure what he's going to do. I was like, is he completely lost it or is he actually going to save it? And he clearly showed that he hasn't lost it. He's still human. He still has a good intention and he saved those people. But in that moment, you really didn't know what was going to happen, which is the feeling I love. The feeling of unpredictability, which is something that a lot of other characters in the show kind of lack. Like, Sam's going to become Captain America from the very start. Bucky's going to tell the old guy that he killed his son from the very first episode. So I really like that from John Walker. It also helps that he wasn't in the trailers at all. Like maybe I think that was one shot of him and that was it. Because you really never knew what was going to happen. You had no reference to it. Which is different from Zemo. You kind of had some idea from what you saw in the trailers of Zemo. But in this case you really had no idea. Which I think really also hit as a surprise to see how big he was in the show as a character. How much of an impact he had. So I really like that. Also showing and adding to his unpredictability. Even going into the final episode, I wasn't sure if he was going to die or what, because I was really maybe he's going to die. He played his part in the show, maybe that's all they want him for. And I just love that. You really don't know what's going to happen to him or what choice he's going to do. And I really love that feeling, because In most movies or most shows, you know what's going to happen with characters, but in this case, you didn't know what's going to happen to him. So yeah, I really liked it. But my 3 reasons explain on why John Walker is my favorite thing of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Also, huge credit to Wyatt Russell, who did an incredible job at playing John Walker, playing all the dimensions of him being conflicted, making him arrogant sometimes, and just showing him going through pain sometimes. Also, I hope that in the future Marvel keeps playing with how unpredictable John Walker is. In fact, I have 2 videos coming out soon on where I think John Walker's future story is going in the MCU. Make sure to subscribe for that, especially for the next one. I think if you enjoyed this video, I think you're really gonna love the other one. I really recorded the other one, and I think you should subscribe for the other one. It's gonna be great. So yeah, subscribe to not miss it. Like this video and leave a comment with your thoughts on John Walker. Hope you keep having a good day, and bye.